Hi, in this lecture, we will try to understand a second classification of data types, classification 2 of data types. So, data types are of two types here. Okay, one is immutable types, the other is mutable types. Okay, so what do you mean by immutable type? Let me first give one or two lines of definition about immutable types, and then let me tell you which are all data types comes under immutable category. So, cannot be modified, cannot be, we cannot modify, we cannot able to modify data with within same address. Okay, so what is mutable then? Let me give one line of definition of mutable. So opposite to that, opposite to mutable, immutable is mutable. We can be able to modify data within same address. Okay, so here we are talking about address. Let me make you clear the concept. So first, let's discuss which are all the data types comes under immutable category. All fundamental all fundamental data types plus uh, tuple. Tuple comes under immutable category. Then which are all comes under mutable category? So which are left over? List, set, and dict. These three comes under mutable category. So as I have told you, immutable data types means we cannot able to modify the address of a we cannot able to modify the variable value within the same memory location. So let me make you understand this concept clearly with the diagram so that it will be very helpful. Imagine if I give a equals to 10. So what happens is L- a will be pointing to a memory location where where value 10 is getting stored. Fine. Okay. Now in Python program, let's say now you are trying to make a equals to 20. Okay, so when you are trying to make a equals to 20, so what is happening is your Python interpreter will create a new memory location, and then it will put value 20 here, and now a will be pointing to this memory location. Now a will start pointing to this memory location, and a will stop pointing to the first memory location. So first let me give some address: 11, 22, 33, 44. Let's say, imagine this is the address of variable, sorry, that memory location, and this is address of second memory location. Okay, so what I am telling is, when you give a equals to 10, a is a variable which is locating to this memory location in which the value 10 is there. And the moment when you modify value of a to 20, so automatically a new memory location has got created, and in this value 20 got stored, and now variable a is pointing to second memory location, so it stopped pointing to first memory location. Okay, so this is how it happens in Python. So this is called immutable typing. Okay, immutable uh, example. So immutable. So what is the immutable example actually here? If you really understand why the question comes here is, sir, whenever a value got modified to 20, why can't it can adjust in the same memory location? Why can't this you can remove this 10, and you can remove this 10 in the first memory location, and you can put 20 here itself, no, right? So then we don't need to create the second memory location, right? So this memory location creation is not required, right? We can able to manage with only one memory location, no. So this question you may get, right? So that's what the nature of immutability is. When I say immutability, uh, now let me write the definition here. We cannot modify the variable value from the same location. So it means to say, whenever you are trying to put 20 here, when you are trying to modify its value, so Python interpreter will come into the picture, and what it says is, right? So I will not allow you to modify the value which you have stored in this first location, right? So this is fixed. If you would like to want to assign 20 to A, that's fine. But what I will do is I will create a new memory location. You can go ahead and put your 20 there, and I will be allowing that A can point to 20. So that's how it is. Okay, once a value got stored in an address, right, it is not able to modifiable. Okay, here one more question. Okay, so when you modified a equal to 20, A started pointing to second memory location, then what happened to the first memory location? What had happened to the first memory location? A stopped pointing to this first memory location, right? So what happens to this? This will be flushed. This will be flushed or cleaned, okay, or deleted. Anything is fine. Deleted by garbage collector. So garbage collector duty is to check, is are there any memory locations where there is no variable is pointing to it. So if it is not pointing to it, nobody is referencing to it, so automatically garbage collector will come and delete it. So first step, when I gave equal to 10, A is referencing to this memory location. At that time garbage collector cannot able to delete this memory location. When I did A equals to 20, A started pointing to the next memory location, then A stopped pointing to this memory location. Whenever a memory location where there no variable is pointing, where there is no variable is referencing, then that location, that space will be flushed or cleaned by garbage collector. So this is how immutable concept works in Python. Okay, so then what do you mean by mutable, sir? Let me check that. Okay, so let me explain mutable concept here. Let me take a list. List is equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Fine. So whenever we create a list like this, what happens immediately? There will be a memory location gets to create, and let me give some address to this memory location. Okay, so some address to this memory location. So what happens is this list gets created and its values have been stored in this memory location like this. Okay, fine. Now what you are doing is you are trying to edit your list. Okay, like we have edited value 8 from 10 to 20 in case of immutable example. Here what we are trying to do is we are trying to edit value of this list. So how we will do that is lst dot append of 1000. Okay, so let me write this line in the program, lst dot append of 1000. Okay, so before writing this line, let me check the uh, print lst print id of lst. Okay, so id of lst gives what? Id of lst gives the address of your memory location, okay, of your variable. Basically LST, where LST is residing, that memory location address it will show. Okay, so LST is pointing to this memory location. Fine. Now after you modifying your LST, modifying means adding 1000 to your LST. So what happens, let's see. Let me print LST and let me print ID of LST. Okay, so printing LST is fine, but we have to focus on ID of LST. So after this line, what happens is in the same memory location, 1000 gets added. So append function helps in adding the some value, here in this case 1000, to the existing list. It will attach that value at last element in the list, like this. Okay, so the same list only got modified. If you see now, in the second instance, this values will not be anymore appear. Only these are the latest values of LST now. But does it has taken any second memory location to modify? Yes, no. Answer is no. Am I right? See, in the same address only it allowed for modification. Even after you print, after modification of ID of LST, it will show the same address. It will show the same address. So that's what the concept of mutable. So mutable types means what? If you can see, if I can write here, we can modify the variable value from the same address. Okay, so from the same address. So this is what the concept of mutable types. Okay, so if you as I have already told you, which are all the data types comes under mutable. Which are all the data types comes under mutable? Only only list, comma, set, comma, dict. Okay, and which are all the data types comes under immutable? Int, all fundamental types: int, float, complex, bool, string, and tuple. So these are all the data types which comes under immutable type, and these are all the data types which comes under mutable type. Okay, so out of these two, if you have really understood this concept, out of these two, guess which variables, which data types are more efficiently used in real time. If you can guess, mutable data types are more efficiently used in the real time, because these are saving lots of memory for us. Because here, if you see in the left side, for every change in the variable, new memory location is getting created, right? So usually we tend to change the value of variables multiple times based upon our requirement in the code. But if that is the case, when it comes to mutable example, mutable types, you change the value of LST here 100 times, you modify this LST 100 times. Okay, so all the modifications will happen only in the same location, same address. So that is what the advantage of utilizing mutable data types. Okay, so let me explain this with an example, this concept. Let me open idle. I typed idle in the search. Okay, so Python shell has got opened for me. I am opening a new file. Okay, so this is a program of immutable data types. Data types or types, anything is fine. So mutable data types. Let me save this. Python lab is what which we are trying to store all our programs. Okay, so here data type 3 is the program which we are going to see now. Okay, so a equals to 10. Now let me print a let me print id of a. Let me print id of a. Control S, F5, clicking on F5, it will show value 10 as I have printed variable a, and it is also showing address of variable a where that memory location got created in the system. So this is what the address where your variable a is sitting. Okay, now let me try to modify a equals to 20. Print a. Now print id of a. Let us try to see the address of a. So here, if we displayed x means here for sure it will display not of x. Means what I'm trying to tell you is both the IDs are not going to be different. As we have seen in the example, 10 is sitting in 3344 address, whereas 20 is sitting in 7766 address. So likewise here, ID of a, when a is 10, it address is different. ID of a is different when a value of a is 20. Let me execute this. Control S, F5 I am clicking. You just see now what had happened here. Value when it was 10, it is sitting in 216. When we modified value of a from 10 to 20, it has been pushed to different memory address but different location, that is 9536. So that is what it is. Okay, so in from the same memory locations, modifications are not going to happen for immutable types. So what are all immutable types? Int, float, complex, bool, string. So these are all data types works like in with immutable nature. If you want, let me check with uh, x equals to 12.89. So print x, print id of x. Okay, so let me check. Okay, let me check the address of x. Right, 672 it is showing. So let me modify our x. Now I am assigning x to 19.115 whatever. Print of x. Now print of id of x. Right, so this time also you can see now both are sharing the different memory locations. When it was 12.89 144, when it was 19.15 it is 304. So I have shown the example of int and float. Right, likewise any variable here, any data type here, you take an example, it works like this only, because all these data types are immutable in nature. Okay, let's what shall we do is let's try to understand another program with mutable concept. Okay, so mutable example. Let me take list. So let me execute the same program. 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Print lst, print id of lst. Control S, F5. So list 10 20 30 40 got displayed, and its address is sitting in 2216 region. Sorry, in that place. Now in that location. Now what I'm saying is, let us try to modify our lst. So how I am modifying? I am appending some value to it. So once after I append some value, let me immediately print my lst, and let me also print my id of lst. So just to check whether it is taking the modifications from the same location, or it is going to create a new location, that we can able to understand by checking the id again. So control S, run module. Okay, if you can see 10 20 30 40 has got stored in 520 2520 location. But when you have modified your list, I mean by adding 1000, adding something is nothing but called modification. So you have modified your list, but still it is holding the same address 520. So as per the diagram also, if you see, I did displayed 10, 20, 30, 40 with this address, and after even modification also your id is pointing to the same memory location. So that is how it works. So basically, mutable objects you modify 100 times, it will not change the address of the variable. In the sense, new memory location creations are not going to happen anymore. So that's the reason it is always better to go with mutable types, usage of mutable types when comparative to immutable types. So this is the advantage of mutable over immutable. So this is all the concept of classification 2 of data types, as we have covered classification 1 in our previous session, and in this session classification 2 got resolved, got clarified. And in next session we will try to understand different operators in Python. Okay, so we will pause for now and we will catch up in our next session. Thank you.